Hey, what's good, people, man? Platinum Bearded Trade. Mother. Do you mothers or mothers to be know how not just sacred you are, but how important you are? Now, I'm not trying to be one of those guys that just smart with words and stuff like that. But have you ever considered that even though it takes a male and a female to make a child, once that child is growing in the womb, it's the mother who's still molding and influencing that child. So in that sense, they almost have a characteristic that God has that the male doesn't have. That's why I've always said that the mother is the closest thing to God. The mother is the closest thing to God because that's the trait that she shares with the Creator, that she molds that child. And I remember when my partner was pregnant with the boys, and there were moments when she was sending me at all hours of the morning to get all kinds of stuff, but I knew in my mind that she has to be at peace and settled, at least during this time anyway. When the baby's born, that's different, but you know what I mean. So I had to make sure that she was always at peace, because the wrong word or any stress would be internalized and would be affecting the child. And that's the thing for us men, fathers, to be, that you have to swallow your pride and bite your lip, because at this point it's not about you. It's about mummy and what mummy's bringing forth, your child, the both of you. I remember reading a book, because I'm big on war stories and war and history and stuff like that. And this book was documenting the experiences of soldiers on the front line. And it was quite graphic, but it was a brilliant book, man. I can't remember what it's called. And it was the usual scenario whereby most soldiers, would be patriotic and, want to do the right thing for their country and stuff, and be excited to, sign up. I think this was the Second World War or the Falklands War. I can't remember which one it was. But then once they got to the battlefield, where they saw blood, terror, death, gore, all of those things would begin to change. And in this book, they were saying there were many instances where soldiers were dying on the battlefield, and they wasn't asking for daddy. They wasn't even asking for God. They were saying, these are grown men saying, "I want my mum," and that made me say, "Wow, that's powerful, man. I want my mum." And you think about when a child is born, a child doesn't, quote unquote, a baby doesn't know who God is. The only thing they know is that there's a person, an energy, that's feeding them and giving them comfort. And that's mummy. Daddy doesn't really get much of a look in at the early stages. He can try, I tried, but it's all mummy at the beginning stages. So as far as they're concerned, mummy is God. It's only as they grow, hopefully, they begin to realize that there's a greater presence than mummy. But at the beginning stages, it's all about mummy. And the funny thing is, as a father, it doesn't make me begrudge or get jealous, because I see what mums do, I'm a ride or die dad, but even I can't really match what mummy does. And when I look at my mum, as a family, we saw what she did. Dad didn't read what that. Mum, we saw what she did, the sacrifice that she made, and I'm talking about mums who step up and do the best they can, because as we know, some mums are just not a bit rotten. I mean, keeping it real, but I'm talking about mums that try, because that's the best you can do, is try to step up and be there for their children. And when my mum passed, the whole foundation of the family fell apart, because we didn't realize how instrumental she was. And it wasn't until she passed that I realised that, and we realised that. So even as a father, I expect mummy to be, the last word on my children's lips, and a different type of grieving for mommy as opposed to me, daddy. And I don't have a problem with that because, like I said, I know the power that you moms have, And I say this because I don't never undervalue, what you are, and when it really gets hard, because sometimes I know some moms feel like you're sacrificing, you're giving, and there's no real appreciation for it, especially sometimes with your children. But as they grow, they'll see. So don't never stop, regardless of whether you feel like you should be getting something back from your children, but never stop, because I guarantee you try your best. The last words that your children remember, last thing will be mummy. And, that's eternal, man. Not a day goes past where I don't think about my mum. And you can't buy that, So hail up the mums, man, and as the dads, try their best too. Platinum Village Red. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe or something, and we'll do this again. Yeah, man.